I'm Angelica, and I'm going to talk to you today about 12 ways to celebrate Juneteenth. But first, how did the name Juneteenth come about? The name Juneteenth is a mashup of the word June and the word 19th. Initially, the day of celebration was called the Jubilee, based on the biblical Jubilee when enslaved people were freed, debts were forgiven, and ancestral lands were returned to their original owners. However, Juneteenth was the name that stuck. Next, a brief history. September 22, 1862. President Lincoln issued the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation while the Civil War was still in full swing. The proclamation declared that if the rebels did not end the fighting and rejoin the Union, all enslaved people in the Confederacy would be freed on the first day of the upcoming year. January 1st, 1863. Lincoln issued the final Emancipation Proclamation declaring that all enslaved people in the Confederate States of America were freed. June 19, 1865. Union soldiers made it to Texas to inform the last slaves that they were free.
If the Emancipation Proclamation was passed in 1863, why weren't you free until 1865?
Well, it took 2 years for the Civil War to end.
Oh, so you were free when the war ended?
Nah, not for 2 more months because Texas landowners wanted another harvest.
That's not cool.
None of it was cool. But an army ship arrived on June 19, 1865 and announced we were free. That's why we celebrate Juneteenth.
Because the news of emancipation rolled out at different times, the celebration of freedom happened on several different dates. The final notice happened in Texas on June 19, 1865, and it became the date most associated with the celebration of the end of slavery. And celebrations have been taking place ever since. The colors associated with Juneteenth are red, green, and black. Red represents the blood shed during the struggle for freedom and liberation for African Americans. It's also associated with the bloodshed sacrifices by those who fought for emancipation. Black symbolizes the African people and their heritage. Green represents the fertile land of Africa and the hopes for prosperity and growth. Even though it was Lincoln who signed the Emancipation Proclamation, it was Black people fighting in the Civil War on their own behalf that sealed the deal in terms of the Union being able to secure freedom. So, without Black people, the Union would have likely lost. When the question is posed, who's responsible for the advancement of Black people, it's always been Black people. Not to negate the efforts of President Lincoln or all of the other allies, white or otherwise, but Black people were at the center because they were the ones with the most to lose and the most to gain. Now, on to the fun ways Juneteenth is celebrated. Number 1, Juneteenth cook-offs are a thing. Beyond the typical barbecue, some communities hold soul food cook-offs or chili contests. Judges might rate dishes on spice, originality, or best use of the traditional ingredients like collard greens or okra. Number 2, Double Dutch and dance battles. In many cities, Juneteenth block parties feature nostalgic games like Double Dutch, jump rope, plus dance battles. Anything from the electric slide to TikTok challenges, open to all ages. Number 3, red drink and food is a must. Red drink, quote unquote, isn't just Kool-Aid. It's often hibiscus tea, which is a nod to West African traditions, or strawberry soda. Some families even create custom red mocktails or slushies for the day. 4, Black cowboy rodeos. Yep, in Texas, Oklahoma, and parts of California, Black cowboy culture is celebrated with Juneteenth rodeos, complete with bull riding, horse shows, and cowboy poetry. Number 5, Juneteenth music jams. Live music is key, but not just gospel or hip-hop. Jazz, blues, go-to, zydeco, Afrobeat, and even classical are performed to highlight the full range of Black musical genius. 6, Freedom Drip fashion shows. Some events hold fashion shows featuring bold African prints, modern Black designers, or throwback 70s through the 90s Black excellent looks. Themes might include Freedom Drip or Black Renaissance. Number 7, spiritual observances. Churches, mosques, and spiritual centers sometimes host freedom-themed services. Number 8, freedom runs and bike rides. Communities host freedom-themed 5Ks or group bike rides through historic neighborhoods. It's also a way to move your body and honor those who marched and moved toward freedom. Number 9, wearing red for ancestral resilience. Red foods and clothing aren't just festive, they hold deep symbolic meaning. Red represents the bloodshed of enslaved Africans and resilience of Black communities. Number 10, freedom karaoke and spoken word slams. From Beyonce to Nina Simone, Juneteenth karaoke features powerful anthems. Spoken word slams give people the mic to share poems about freedom, identity, and pride, often with cash prizes. Number 11, the Miss Juneteenth pageant. The Miss Juneteenth Scholarship Pageant is not just a beauty contest, it's a platform for young Black women and girls to shine through scholarship awards, talent, poise, public speaking, and cultural knowledge. Number 12, celebrating the Juneteenth flag. While sharing the colors of the American flag, the red, white, and blue represent the idea that African Americans were and are Americans, even throughout slavery and its aftermath. The star on the flag represents the freedom of Black people in all 50 states. The arc across the flag symbolizes a new horizon and opportunities for Black Americans. So, in a nutshell, Juneteenth is about reflecting on the history of slavery, honoring the sacrifices made for its abolition, and celebrating the continued resilience of a community. Hope you enjoyed. Happy Juneteenth.